Hey guys, we are going to draw our Wonder portrait today, and then we'll talk about where your 50 words are going to go, or maybe you have more words. So I do have some Sharpies, but I also have my pencil and my magic rub. These images are available for you. I have linked that folder for you in the lesson, but I wanted to print them out so that you would have that direct visual while I'm working. So these are from the movie. This is what they use to help advertise. So the different characters have their different faces kind of recreated in the style of the original book cover, which is over here. And then there's also this helpful one that just has blank faces with hairstyles, so that, you know, if you have curly hair or you wear your hair up, you can kind of look at one of those examples to help you kind of guide your portrait as we draw. Okay, so feel free to use either of those as you work today. But the first thing we're going to do, we're all going to start pretty similar. We're going to start with that U shape to kind of create the bottom portion of our face, okay? We are not going to complete the whole circle because our hair is going to cover that anyways. So we are just doing the bottom portion of our face. Now I will give you a tip. If you draw super small, you're going to have to fill a lot more words in the background. If you draw larger, then you will have less descriptive words that you need to add to your project to kind of fill that space. So you want to have that happy medium of big but not too big, and definitely not small. All right, so we're going to go ahead and draw in that bottom face shape, that U shape. Okay, you can see that, okay? And then from there, you are going to put in your hairstyle. So right now I have a ponytail in, but that would make me look kind of not like me if I drew that out that way. So I'm gonna make sure that I use my hair as if it was down, and I'm gonna find, you know, a style. So I might have to use something kind of like this, but like I'll do my own combination, okay? So I do part my hair, as you can see, to the side. So I'd want to make sure that I have that down, and so I'd have one line going this way and the other line going to the other side, and then from there I'm going to finish drawing in my hair. I just have shoulder length hair, which obviously there's no shoulders on the Wonder cover, but I need to kind of think about, like, where does it hit on my chin or on my face. So for me, it would go about here. Okay, so use this guide and or maybe be inspired by one of these. Obviously I don't want to see any of you with a beard, but you get the idea, to help establish what your head shape and your hairstyle should look like on your Wonder style portrait. Okay, I don't want it to look like, they shouldn't be, you know, I shouldn't have 100 Mrs. Vances turned in. I should have it look like you. I've made, I think, my head a little square on the side. So I'm going to trim down my hair a little bit on both sides. I made it too poofy for my liking. All right, and then after you get your hairstyle done, it's about what you're going to add to it. So are you going to have one ear? Are you going to have two ears showing? It's really up to you. Let's see, I will pretend like this part of my hair is going down all the way and meeting on the side. So I'm just going to do one ear because I commonly will tuck my hair behind one ear anyways. And then I'm going to put that in. Now, the ear does not have a lot of detail. It's just a shape on the side. Nothing fancy about it. These are very simplified portraits. And I'm going to go ahead and erase that extra piece from when I did my U-shape head. Okay, the last piece of this is adding in that eye. I do want you to kind of stick with the theme of just adding one eye, just like the book cover. Whether you do it on your left or your right is completely up to you. It might depend on how your hair lays and where you want to put it. So I'm actually going to put mine on, let's see, I did one ear over here. Should I do my eye on the other side, or will that kind of get covered up? I'm going to keep it on this left side, and I'll tell you why in a second. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my eye shape. Nothing super detailed, but definitely have the outer shape. And then you need your iris, which is that bigger circle, the colored circle, and then you need a little spot for a pupil. Okay, but again, nothing major. If we think about the book, it has some detail, but not a lot of detail. Okay, just like that. And then instead of writing wonder, like the book, you're going to write your name. And so it's done in cursive-ish here, but it's up to you what you want to do with your kind of your handwriting. So I'm going to let my, I'm going to write in all caps, kind of in the style of wonder in the book, because I don't like cursive R's, lowercase R's. And my name is Erin, so I'm going to use my actual first name. And then my hair is going to kind of cut off part of my E, but not enough that I can't see it. And then I'll thicken it up a little bit. This is all going to be Sharpie. I'll try to have my letters connect a little bit. So yeah, write out your name almost like you're an eyebrow above your eye. Okay, and then that's it. That is the bulk of our project, and or of the paper, I should say, not of the project. And then you're going to spend the next little bit of time taking that list of 50 words and squeezing them behind. So I'm going to show you how that works, okay? So this might take you more than one day, and that's okay. If you draw your portrait one day and you want to focus on your words the whole rest of the time, totally fine. I'm going to explain how I want you to kind of place your words. So I want you to maybe pick out like 10 that are your favorite, or like maybe really describe you more than others, okay? So like if we're talking about Mrs. Vance here, maybe we write artistic, and I'm going to write it a lot bigger. I'm going to make sure I spell it right. Okay, and then I'm a mom. Mom isn't even on the list, but to me that is a descriptor of me, so I'm going to make sure that that is big as well. But I can maybe squeeze it in the corner because it's a smaller word. So you do need to think about that too, is what's going to fit on these outside edges versus what is going to fit, you know, up and down. If you have longer words, you're going to want to save those for the above and below section on your paper. Okay, so then as I go, I'm going to add in words that kind of will fill in the space. Okay, I'm going to pull up my list of words and maybe look at those as I go. But that's definitely why you want to do the brainstorm prior to doing all of this. So you can do lowercase letters, you can do uppercase letters, all caps. I am sometimes grumpy because I a lot of times will stay up too late and don't get enough sleep. What else? I'm athletic. I don't really want to put two A words close to it, and that's something that really definitely describes me, so I'm going to make it bigger anyways. So I'm going to put it down here. But the whole goal is to fill the background with these words that describe you. Okay, so, you know, maybe creative. I should probably make that bigger, but that's okay. I'm going to do leader. What else? I mean, this is why you need the list. I should have brainstormed my list and had it right in front of me. But I've done this so many times that a lot of times I forget to bring my list back out. But I think you get the idea of we are going to kind of fill in your favorites first and then kind of start to fill in with smaller words that maybe are less descriptive of you, but still characteristics that do describe you. Okay? If you want to fill in with other details, like I'm athletic, but I want to say what I'm athletic about. So I might want to put cheerleading or softball on there because I do both. I coach cheerleading and I still play softball. So if you want to add non-adjectives, but that also help describe you, please feel free. So like I should probably have coach in nice big words, right? But then I could squeeze in, you know, softball a little smaller, and I could add the word player too, and then maybe I'd want to add in cheerleading or cheerleader somewhere. Okay, and you can go as simple as, you know, Nice is a short, simple word, but lots of people are nice, right? And you can do... So you really want to stack the words. I want to see you fill the page. So it's almost difficult to see all the words at once. We don't want a lot of white space, okay? We want to look like almost like it's a newspaper article behind us, just with some words being bigger than others, and then our portrait to kind of take center stage. So I'm going to go ahead and finish my words. All right, so here is my finished one. So I've filled in with all my words. It's okay if you use synonyms. I have athletic, fast, strong, sporty. I mean, those are all sort of synonyms for each other or mean similar things. It's okay because you're going to need them to fill the space. But definitely pick out your favorites or the ones that you think best describe you to make sure those are a little bit bigger. Now, what I'll do is, and I will take my Sharpie, once we go and Sharpie them in the next step, we can change up some of our lettering. We can make something block letters. So we can also play with the thin versus thick style of the letters to allow it to be a little bit different. But I want you to take a good look at how full my page is. And it looks like maybe I need one more smaller word down here. And I've already planned on making this Coach block letters, so I'm not worried about fitting anything over in this spot. So I have a spot here, here, and maybe up here that I'd want to fill in quick with some smaller words. And otherwise, it is good to go, ready for the next step. Cannot wait to see yours, guys.